name is Matthieu David Beaulieu and I'm from here, this beautiful place, from Chateau Coutet in Saint-Emilion. So here we have 16.5 hectares in total all around us, and with 12.5 hectares with vineyard. It's mainly Merlot, then we have Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon and Malbec. And the particularity is that we are organic, and we are organic since the beginning. And when I say beginning, it's something strong because it's in my family for a bit more than 400 years. All the chemicals came after the Second World War, and people started to put them in the vineyard because you can save time. You take just few hours to go in the vineyard to control the grass, and you can produce more because you can protect against all the disease. It was pushed by the government also because the economy was growing up and all the government wanted to produce more and more and more for the economy to continue. And I think when people went to school before, the economic plan, for leading a winery was just to get the yield, and only the yield without taking care of whatever of the ground and anything. We can hear there is birds, there is insects, there is many things in the ground, there is grass, there is flowers, and in the plot just behind me we have some very rare kind of tulip, glial. It's a kind of flower that like 40-50 years ago we had everywhere in our department, and now there is not anymore, just few places who are organic for a long time. There is a lot of very small appellation like Bordeaux and Bordeaux Supérieur and other small appellation who are not very well known. It's hard for them to sell the wine, and the price is very low, and so they can't do anything like going into organic system because it's more expensive to grow the ground with the organic philosophy. For a long time it was not easy for us as well, and we developed a very local way of selling the wine and to go to the export as well, but with very small quantity with many different clients. Here in Coutet, for 1 hectare we will have a bit more than 6,000 vine stock per 1 hectare. If we put 6,000 times exactly the same clone, then if there is frost, if there is a big mildew or oidium or any kind of disease, they will all react exactly the same. Whereas we can see some difference when we use the massal selection with different genetic, because they are like us, they don't act exactly the same, and like that they can help each other and to fight against the disease a bit better than with the clones. We need to go less in the vineyard because of the petrol consumption, and so in all this big block of 2 hectares we use very small robots, and these robots, they are with a solar panel to get the energy, and they are 100% autonomous. They go and they mow. They just cut the grass very slowly. It's like 200 or 300 meters per hour, but we put many, like a bit like sheep, and they will go and mow. For a bit more than 4 years now, we never touch the ground, like we never plow or anything. Like that we can keep a very good life in the ground, and we don't destructure the ground. We just keep all the microorganisms, and we don't put oxygen. When we plow, we put oxygen, we put everything under the sun and the oxygen, and so we can kill a lot of microorganisms. When we keep that like that, only with grass, everything can continue and the life can continue, and the root of the vineyard can keep going and find all the nutrition. In the viticulture, we have some European help and from the French government also, but I think they could put a focus on organic process. When the government help us right now, for example, they help us because there is a big problem to sell the wine. Yeah. And they will help us and give us money, like in the not very known and very valuable appellation, they will give money to take out the vineyard, and because people can't grow it anymore because they can't stock the vineyard in the tank, and then they can't sell it, so they can't live from what they do. It's a good thing for some of them, but they could give some money to help them, not just to unplow and do something else, but just to help them to get the formation, to get more knowledge, how to sell the wine with the social media, how to talk better English, to make them understandable for everyone. When you are using strong product for a long time and then you want to go organic, you have at least 2, 3, sometimes 4 years with a lower yield. And then it's not easy when your economic base is plan of the full yield and you make just half or a bit more than half. It's very complicated in the head, in the mind to say, yes, I will continue and in 5 years it will be better and I will do the full yield and then we can start for a long time doing organic stuff. But a lot of people start to be organic and then they find that it's quite difficult because it's much more work to plow, for example. And so sometimes they want to go back to the conventional way because it can be too difficult.